Hey guys. Hey, what's up? It's me, Toothpick. Okay. Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Toothpick, and I'm gonna teach you guys how to make something similar to this. It's not gonna be as up close and personal, but it's still gonna be cool. Uh, I gathered up some images. Before I start this tutorial, I just wanna show off a cool site where I get all the pictures that I used in this picture that I made like last year. So this is Unsplash. It's a super cool website with do whatever you want pictures, basically like Creative Commons. It's Creative Commons 0. Basically royalty-free pictures. Yeah, you don't even have to ask permission. I'll probably give them all like their special whatchamacallits if I release this as something, I don't know. Anyway, that's enough of that. You guys can check out unsplash.com to check out this stuff. I'm not being sponsored. Blah. Alright, that's enough of that. So yeah, so this is actually like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different pictures. You can kind of see some of the odd, weird feathering around places. That's actually a different picture in there too. Anyway, this was made like a year ago, so you're not gonna find those pictures anytime soon. You might, I don't know. People use the pictures everywhere. I plan on using some of these pictures for it. So the first thing I'm gonna do is find ourselves a floating island. That's what this tutorial is all about, right? So I'm going to be using these two in one island, and this is just going to be a floating rock somewhere else, or little rock bits are going to be everywhere else. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make myself a background area because that's a big deal. So I think I'm going to merge these two things together. This is a super cool panorama, by the way. It's not really a panorama, is it? It's a panorama. Okay, so the first thing I usually do is I place two pictures in to get an idea of what sizes some of the things are. They're all going to be completely different sizes. So in canvas size, I usually make it in relatives, pixels, see how much they are, and then just, well, yeah, and just make it a little longer. I'm always forgetting to do that. To make it a little taller, and then I usually make it a tiny bit wider. Stop doing it in inches, I want in pixels. Background should be, no? Okay. Well, let's see. Well, okay. We're gonna keep it like that for now. So obviously I'm gonna want that in the bottom. You may have been wondering why I had some pictures of like a waterfall. That's because I was planning on maybe adding in a waterfall. Just gonna move that a little. I'm not using the normal mic as I usually use. I'm also at my dad's work right now, so yeah. So I usually never like delete from the layer because I learned that the hard way. I learned that it's a bad idea. I usually make a mask and then draw in that mask because that's usually a better idea for me. Yeah. Look at that. So normal. Actually, that's pretty good actually. And then if I ever want to like re-add it back, I can just go like there. And what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to mask out this part. Oh, oops. To switch my foreground and background, I just did my X button. Yeah, I just used the lasso tool to select that part. Okay, now I think that looks pretty good. Now let's go through here and look for what we want next. The next thing we're going to look for is these two pictures, which I'm going to distract both of them at once. It's not doing so well, is it? Don't place. Cancel. Okay. I didn't do that correctly. So this is the tedious part where I end up masking out a lot. So I do a special method of doing this. Okay, so the part underneath this one is going to be flipped upside down, made a little larger. Oh, that gives me a great idea. Yeah. I guess just by watching you know what I'm thinking here. Okay. So this, I've actually practiced masking out this particular image multiple times. This is only going to be a rough mask for now.
This is doing trick stuff again. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm in a room with a bunch of other people, but you know, it's fine. Okay. That's weird. There we are. Okay. I just did Control-0 to zoom out all the way. And I think that's a good spot. And right here I can just resize that accordingly. Actually, that works perfectly with the sunlight right there. I do like that. Obviously this is going to be in front of this. Or not, maybe, actually. Because right here. Oh, by the way, my brush is like super soft. Just letting you guys know. There we are. So I usually use my pen tool to mask out certain parts of it. Right now I'm doing a super rough one, mainly because I don't have enough space on my computer to like put up a 30-minute video. Also, my computer's not that powerful, so. But yeah, because I made like a 2-hour speed art thing, and I was just masking and masking and masking for like the first hour or so, and that took way too long, and then my computer crashed, and I lost the video, so that's why I'm doing this right now. yeah. So obviously this isn't going to be the best mask out in the world, but I'll probably do some more off screen. I can also do some special selecting things that I'm able to do because I'm skilled. I'm just kidding, I'm not that skilled. I can, like, this doesn't have to be like a perfect sketch out actually. I'm just one of those people who does things like that. Oops. Just want to get that there, and okay. Now with your pen tool, oh, make sure you've had it on that thing so it doesn't create a shape. Do a make selection, set to 0 pixels, anti-alias. Oops. Sorry about that. Okay. And then just click on the mask tool again. Oh, that's not right. If you didn't already have a mask, you can just click on the mask tool and it'll automatically make a mask around it. I'm going to Control Shift I, and then paint that part white. There we are. It looks normal enough. So for some reason it's not showing up in there, but that's fine. Oh, you know what it is? I wasn't doing this correctly. Okay, Control Shift I, then fill with a black paintbrush, right? Did I get it? No. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing? Give me a second. There we go. Sorry about that. That was a little weird. Okay. And a quick way you can just fix this up a tiny bit is feather it up a tiny bit. I mean, that sometimes works. And then there's a special thing called color range, where you just select right there, and I'll select that part there, and you press. I'm just gonna make it as narrow as possible, because I don't want to select too much of what I don't want. And then do that. Oops, I did do that correctly. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm goofing off a little too much for this tutorial. So I'm gonna do it like that. I'm gonna do it like that. Then just gonna fill that in black, I wanna say. Did I not do that right? No, I did not. Okay. Color range. Selecting those little blues. Doing that. That's right. What am I doing wrong? Cyans, blues. I'm really sorry. This is something that Photoshop people will probably understand. Okay. Quick mask. Put right here. Now I'm just gonna draw over this. Okay. Control I. Okay. You know what? Do that. And do the invert. There. Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do instead. Because honestly, it doesn't really matter how detailed you are with it. Because in the end, you're just gonna. Actually, I don't think it even matters at all how much I do that, because this isn't even gonna be in there. Okay, now we're actually gonna use the select color range correctly. Control Shift I. And then mask. There we go. Jeez. Took us long enough. Okay. And now obviously you can only guess what I was going to do next. There you go. Simple little I mean, it obviously doesn't look realistic right now, but it will. It will, don't worry about it. Okay. Now I clicked on the edge just to select it, and I'm going to do a little warp, actually. A little warp action going in. Just to make it fit in a little more. Do a little bit of a droop. Maybe you can play around with this for hours, actually. Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna place it there. Press enter. Usually you'd want to make an extra copy of the layer, but I've been doing this for so long that it doesn't feel like you need to. I mean, that sounds a little snotty and whatever, but I've been making floating islands forever, so I'm pretty confident in my abilities. That's it. Okay. So I wasn't doing anything wrong with my mask. Oh, I didn't see that. Yeah, sometimes you want to zoom in and just take a closer look at some things. Like that. Obviously the picture isn't that large, but, you know, actually, there's a little bit of a boundary right there. And there you go. So the sun ray is right there, facing this, and we're going to add something there later, but I don't really want to do that now. Remember to save, kids. I've been forgetting to do that. Okay. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I think I'm going to add in this and this guy. So let's quickly add in this guy. See what I did there? This guy. Okay, we're just gonna place him there. Move him over here. I usually try to avoid as much transformation as I can. I'm just gonna move that up there. I haven't been naming my layers like I probably should be, but I mean it's fine. Okay, so when a picture is cut off like this, it's super easy to fix. Mainly because oh, I thought it was lagging. See, even I can be a noob. Actually, I can send this upside down too. Holding shift, by the way. Because this guy has a rock right there. So, control scrolling. Alt scrolling, my bad. Yeah, I can make that work. So let's move this guy up here to the top. Okay, so we're just gonna do a quick little masking here. I might actually keep some of the clouds there though. We start out here. We got a little bit of a rock formation there. Obviously we're not gonna use all of this rock, but I mean it's not obvious, but you know. Now we can just get a little bit of that rock. Yeah, honestly. You don't need too much. I just didn't want to get some of that rock in there. Make selection and magic of photo editing. Shazam. Shazam. Okay, now let's zoom back in, see where we are with this. Slow rock formation. I mean, oh, you know what we could do? We don't even need to have that rock to be there, so we could have multiple floating rocks. That sounds like a much better idea. See, the way I roll is I usually just screw around until I get something rolling here. Oh, by the way, not this whole mountain's going to be shown, if you were wondering. There's going to be like a little bit of a cloud in between, just so it can be a little more mystical. I'll move this guy up here a little. Actually, yeah, I'm going to flip him upside down again. This rock must be a little seasick, I'm just saying. I'll move it right up here because there's going to be some more clouds up there. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. This all looks good so far. I'm going to add in the waterfalls in the end. Waterfalls are going to be coming off of either this or this. Don't know yet. Doesn't have to be the correct scale. There are little mountains up there, which is nice. Okay, we're going to put it down there. And we're just gonna, we don't even have to rasterize this layer. That is nice. There we go. Now, I do want to rasterize this layer, obviously. I keep on doing control scroll. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, this will be most likely a color range thing here. Oh yeah. Okay, so select that, select that. Okay, select that is safe. Not that part. Now, if I do this correctly, now, oh yeah. Um, there we go with that. Sorry, there's a little something on my screen that's bothering me. Alright, I'm hoping this recording works. If not, I'll be really mad. Okay, so now we have our little guy here. He's fine. And now all we have to do is add in our waterfall, looks like. Oh. So, okay. So now that we've actually done that, we can conclude that we do need to do a little bit of extra masking. Not like tremendous amount, just simple masking. Stuff that you'd only notice if you're looking for it. In my other picture, my other sky house picture, you can actually, if you look for it, you'll actually find a, I drew in like some of the grass. Yeah. Okay. Oh, by the way, I'm changing the size of my brush strokes with the curly brackets, not even holding shift, so it's just square brackets. What happens if I feather this a little? Will it feather outwards or inwards? Okay, I'll remember that. Okay, I'm going to set this to overlay. I'm doing a refine mask just to see if I can tween that up a little.
Are you staying?
For a little bit.
Yeah. So you don't have any more.
Okay, I'm just doing a little bit of a thing here. I'm actually not quite sure what this does, but the only thing I do know it does is help with the edges of things that you're masking out. So that's all that matters to me. Or like refines it a little, obviously. We don't have to care about this little part here. And okay. Now we can, there we go. That makes me feel better, even though I don't think it did anything. And honestly, I could just do that. Okay, now with the guy standing over here, I'm going back to him. Yeah, I know. I know how you guys feel about him. He's just chilling like a villain. But he's not cool enough, right? Okay. Hardness, none. There we go. Now it looks like he's actually sitting on a rock up there. You know what we'll do? We will actually give him more of a thing to be looking at. No, we can't do that. Alright. We are gonna have to mask him out, but it's not too bad. Because we can just do it with our special little lasso tool. Because he actually has such a round back. Fine, we'll do it like this. I do prefer doing this because I can undo. And I can make curves, which is nice. But when I start making curves, I never stop. It's true. Okay, here you go, Mr. Curvy Back Guy. We're just gonna. That's a little crazy. Back up there. We can do that. We can do that. Do that. And then your head shouldn't be too difficult. Oh yeah, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. We're almost done with this guy anyway. And I don't know how much time I spent on this. I should probably check. This might not even work. I'm almost positive it won't work, so I'm just talking to myself. And now that we've made that crazy little thing there, create selection, fill in. There we go. How long has this been? Well, I'll never know. Because it's paused on a certain amount of time. Oh, I know why. I know why. Okay. And then add in our waterfall. We're gonna use this edge for the falls. Remove that. Yeah, we can say. Yeah, that's right. actually very simple. Move it right over here. And now all we have to do is find more water. And that's gonna be right around here. Oh, one thing I should probably do is grayscale the okay. So for this, I'm gonna actually add in a black and white adjustment. Where is it? Photo filter, black, white. Create clipping mask. But then gonna make it something's a little lighter. Alright. Actually greens are gonna be a little brighter because there were some greens. Red's definitely gonna be a tiny bit brighter, and yellows. Okay, that looks good. Rasterize. Okay. Now all I have to do now is skew, I think it was. Looks about right. Okay, now J. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do is actually add in a curves adjustment, was it? Was I going to do that? There, yeah. And then create clipping mask for that, yeah. Now all I have to do is add another black and white filter. Okay. We're not even near done yet. Oh, it is recording. Oh, maybe I just did it really quickly. I don't know. For a second there, I actually just lost hope, that's all. So actually, I just remembered that I do need most of this stuff on the other side. Also, if we're going to be doing this correctly, it's okay, we gotta be doing this correctly. That's all that and that. We're actually gonna put that in one little folder. So let's see. We got this. Do that. Okay. Looks legit. Seems legit. But I've been trying to put it. Okay, there we are. Group. Done. So now I actually do need to do a little something and it's flip horizontal. Ooh. Oh, that's fine. Look at that. Apply. Now all we have to do is just add a quick mask on the whole folder itself and we're done. Also, I'm gonna move this right on here. There we go. Now the sunlight's going this way. This will be going straight down to the water. Oops. Now this part here. This is the part where I get to play around a little more. Actually, I just realized I probably could have done it like this. Oh well. Well, I'm still gonna mask out all of this. Just in case. I still don't quite know how I want this to turn out, actually. Obviously, this is still going to be super roughly cut, but that's fine. I might actually split this layer in half. I'll just take this part here. Yeah, I might do just... I do want to keep that splash there, though. Okay. What I'm thinking is I get it right over. I need to get that placed right down here. Yeah. And then I'm gonna do a little. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Here's the part where I play around and it won't look right. Ah. There we are.
We haven't been here since 527? Is that true? Whoa. I really thought we abandoned you.
There we go. This looks a little weird. Okay, so I'm just gonna do that. Gonna do that. So I'm gonna find both of the waterfalls, because I forgot I could actually do that part. Okay, so that actually means I can move this farther down. Like down here maybe. So this part here should be a little longer. There we are. It's starting to look less and less realistic by the second. There we are, right into that little crack right there. And okay, now all I have to do is rewarp this thing a little. Yeah, warp. If I do it like that, it looks like it's actually yeah, and then I just do a little bit of a there. So now it looks like it's just rolling off the top of this into the water. I don't have any pictures of rain to put in this. And now for the final touch, just checking this again. Okay. Now for the final little touch, which happens to be, where is it? Where is it? Ah, here it is. You can already be guessing what this is. I'm gonna just enlarge this a tiny bit more. Not that big. Okay, the castle. Where will the castle be today? Probably somewhere in the middle, right around there. Okay. Rasterize that layer. Add a little mask here. That's right. I was using the stamp tool. I tricked you because I was using a stamp tool. Okay, just gonna do a quick little delete thingy here, just to see exactly where this thing is. Put it right there. Actually, it looks pretty normal. So that means, since it's doing so well there, all I have to do is do a little. Okay. We are not going to be able to do lasso ever. So, you have learned something from this tutorial, which is never use lasso tool. I don't really care about this little blob of actual anythingness. Oh, by the way, to delete it, you might be just pressing delete or the backspace button. You don't do that. You just press enter. I'm talking about for the whatchamacallit thing. For the pen tool, little pen selection thing. Remember to be clicking on this thing. I'm sorry, this isn't like a tutorial anymore. It's just a commentary with me in it, making a weird little picture. Because who knows if this is going to work. Let's do it like that, actually. Because those trees look normal if I can just color them correctly. Because in the end I'm just going to be doing a little slight little color correction. So I've been doing photo manipulations like these for a while now. I guess it's just something I like to do. And then there, make selection, Control Shift I, and then just do a. That's definitely not going to work. There we are. Now, we gotta do a selective color adjustment. Create a clipping mask for that. Greens, there's gonna be a little more cyan in them. Magenta. Yellow, not so much. Blacks, definitely. Actually, am I on the right one? This is the right one. I'm not doing the right color adjustments then, because that didn't change a thing. Okay, so I thought it would look fine, but it doesn't. and I'm too lazy to actually change too much of that. Okay, now it's kind of tilted there, and I can just enlarge it just a tiny bit. Actually, just realized something. Since I masked out the other thing so well, I could have just put it right behind it. There we are. It looks pretty nice. Not gonna lie. There are a few things that are messing me up here though. Maybe this guy can be a little closer to us. Actually, he looks a little too big. Oh, okay. Does that look? Yeah. Okay, looks proportionally good. It's very far away. The lighting looks all good. Sunlight and everything. Okay. Now we add at the very top the gradient map. No, we don't add gradient maps. I was just kidding. We add photo filters, but I do it in a special way, where I make a gradient. I think we're gonna have a little bit of a orangish day today. So orange and maybe yellowish, I guess. We're gonna have it coming out from here. How will that look? Okay. I mean, you're not gonna notice too much. I'm putting in overlay mode right now. I mean, that looks nice and all, but I don't think I want overlay too much. I may want it like a soft light. Yeah. I do like that. So here's where I would just add a little hue saturation adjustment. Clip mask that. And just play around with what I get. And see what I like the most. I do really like what I just saw. Where was it? It was actually just what it was normally. So it's like that. And then you had a little curves adjustment layer. And then see when here makes any sense to you. And then when you think you're done, you just and then when you're done, you just, save. This is the second time I've saved it this whole time. Oh my god. And there you go. You're well, not yet. After you've saved it, you can save it as a JPEG, and then you're done. I mean, simple as that. Well, yeah, I'll see you guys later. I've been Toothpick, and I am signing out. Later.